Hey guys, it's Melinda. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the updated haircut that I asked for when I went and got a trim here recently. Actually, no, it's more of a haircut. So I'm going to be sharing all the details, all the layers I got, my longest layer, my shortest layer, my bangs. I'm going to be sharing all the details. So if you're interested in that, then just keep watching. So first of all, I want to cover a few things like the haircut that I used to recommend for wavy hair and then what I'm doing a little bit differently now. But I just want to start off by saying that the reason I really like to get a good haircut or even just keeping up with trims is to really help with the overall curl enhancement of my hair. I really want to get a haircut once my curls start being a lot more stretched out and elongated. They're not really bouncing up like they used to. Or if you're noticing that like your ends are really stringy and maybe those are starting to not curl as well anymore, that's also going to be another good time to go ahead and get a trim or even like a bigger cut. Also, if you're noticing a lot of different textures throughout your hair, like some spots are curlier and some spots are wavier, sometimes getting a trim and getting some layers added in can help to kind of even that out, or at least that's the case with my hair. So there are two different types of cuts for curly and wavy hair. You can get a dry cut, which I think is called a diva cut. So basically you would go into the salon like this with your hair styled and they would pick out little pieces and customize this haircut to fit your styled curly hair. And then you can get a wet cut, which is what most people traditionally get. This is what people would get if they have like straight hair or they heat style their hair a lot. But honestly, I still get my hair cut wet. I don't really like curly cuts just because my hair dries differently every single wash day. And if I got a customized cut to one of those wash days, it wouldn't look right even on my next wash day potentially. So I still like getting a wet, normal haircut. I've never gotten a dry curly cut and I probably wouldn't ever do that. Also, if you still like to heat style your hair, I wouldn't recommend getting a curly cut because once you straighten those pieces out, you're gonna end up with lots of random little pieces all over the place. But that being said, if you primarily wear your hair natural and you have pretty consistent wash days, you may wanna try out a diva cut or that dry cut because like I said, it's just really customized to fit your waves and your curls specifically, and it can really help to give you a lot more volume and body and definition and just overall a more consistent wave pattern to your hair because they can pick out pieces that are a little bit stringier on the ends and just snip those off, and it just makes your hair look a lot nicer overall. So like I said though, I don't get that done. I think I made 2 other videos on my channel about haircuts. The first one was the best haircut for wavy hair, and then the second one was actually a go to the salon with me while I get my haircut. The cut that I used to recommend for curly and wavy hair, and I still think it's a really good option if this is your style, it's called a long shag cut. So it's like honestly kind of similar to like a mullet almost, but these are really in right now. It's just basically a lot of layers throughout, mainly on the top, and then the ends are a little bit thinner. This really helps to add volume and definition. I find that wavy hair, if your hair gets like weighed down a lot, especially, that a lot of layers can really be helpful. And this is also a really good cut to just avoid that triangle shape to your hair. So that's the cut that I used to get and I absolutely loved it. I used to have straight across bangs, and like I said, this just gave me so much volume and definition to my hair, as much as I could get at the time anyways, because my hair was like really bleach damaged. But this haircut really just gave me like an even texture to my hair so that it wasn't getting so weighed down and stretched out, and again, so I didn't have like those really bulky ends because I have so much hair. It's very thick and it's very coarse, and my hair can tend to get really bulky on the ends, which I don't like. So again, that's a cut I used to get. I don't get that haircut anymore. I'm really into a little bit of a different style. I still love that though, and I was like tempted for a split second to go and get a long shag again, but I'm glad I didn't. I'm really liking this longer, more grown out look. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the cut that I have now. So before I got this haircut, my ends were looking really stringy, and I was starting to notice that I had a lot of heat damage on my ends. They were feeling very dried out, very fried. Probably from using that Revlon brush, to be honest. I feel like that just like really sped up my heat damage, because I've heat styled my hair in the past and I did not get that much damage that quickly. So I'm kind of thinking that may have been the culprit. But anyways, I was really starting to notice that my ends were looking very stringy, and then these front pieces were pretty much just always really stretched out. Like I couldn't hardly get them to hold a curl or keep their definition whatsoever, and it was just making all the products I was trying look really, really bad, and it was just frustrating. It was like constant bad hair days at this point. And then, like I said, my ends just felt awful. So I decided it was time to go in for a haircut. And basically I knew from the get-go that I wanted to cut off about 2.5 to 3 inches. And then I like to kind of ask the hairstylist what they would recommend for my hair, because I'm normally going to someone that I really trust, or that someone I trust has recommended. I don't really like trying out like random people that I don't know. It kind of freaks me out. I love like word of mouth recommendations. I always have a really good experience when I do that. So anyways, I trust my hairstylist. So I go in with a pretty good idea of what I want, but then I also ask them what their opinion is and what they think would look best for my hair specifically. So when I got the shag haircut, I went in with a bunch of pictures of what I wanted and didn't want. If you want a very specific look, I think that's a great idea. So go back to that video, and I actually inserted all the pictures that I showed my stylist of what I wanted and didn't want. I think that's really helpful for them to get it in their head, especially because sometimes we're not as good at describing things as we might think we are, and it just maybe will give you some peace of mind knowing that they know exactly what you're wanting and what you don't want. But this time, since I was just getting like a lot of the dead ends off, I didn't really want like a styled cut. I didn't go in with any pictures at all. And so basically I told my hairstylist that, or my hairdresser, is there a difference? I need to figure that out. I told her that I showed her how much I wanted off, and she said that it was about 2.5 inches. I said yes, and then she asked me if I was growing my bangs out or if I wanted to keep them short. I told her that I was growing them out, so she said that she was gonna just blend them into the rest of my hair, and I said that like yes, that was a good idea. And then I told her that I wanted some layering throughout, but not too much to where it would make my ends look really thin and stringy again, because obviously that was the main point of why I was going in to get a haircut in the first place. I was really trying to get rid of those stringy, gross ends, and so I didn't want to thin the bottom out too much. So she said that she was going to go in with the layers, and then she was kind of looking at my hair, and she said that I really only had a lot of layering in the front of my hair, and that it was kind of like face framing layers, and she asked if I wanted more layering throughout like the back, and I told her that I did, because I had noticed that the pieces in the front were really curling up a lot better than the ones in the back, and I would always have this like really stretched out and straight section for about like the first like 8 inches of my hair in the back, and the front always looked better. So I told her that I wanted some layering in the back too, but again, not too much to thin out my ends. And then she asked if I wanted my hair to be texturized. So a lot of people with curly and wavy hair don't like getting their hair texturized. It can make your hair frizzy sometimes, but again, since I have such thick hair, I really do need a little bit of that texturizing, or I'm gonna end up with a triangle cut. So she said that she could just do some texturizing up top and not on my ends, and that would give me a little bit more volume, and it would also help my curls to kind of start closer up at the root, but it wouldn't thin my ends out too much. So that is everything that her and I discussed before my haircut. And these are my finished results. My hair is looking so good now. I'm so happy with this haircut. And then I just get like really, really good definition now, which is exactly what I wanted. I have a very even texture all throughout my hair. So now I want to show you what my hair is actually looking like. So as you can see, the ends look very full. Sorry, that was like weird. Okay, my ends, I'm like on a beanbag. Don't mind me. My ends look very full, which I'm obsessed with. They don't look all stringy and gross anymore. They feel so soft, you guys. Like, I needed those dead ends off. It was disgusting. So I want to show you my bangs. I'm kind of thinking about getting curtain bangs maybe, because I basically have them already. But these are my bangs. They're growing out. Like I said, I used to have like above the brow straight across bangs. So they're growing really well. And then here's some of my layers in the front. but I told her, I was like, I want like the 2.5 to 3 inches off of all of my layers because everything just had heat damage on the ends. And then I'm trying like not to ruin my hair, but also to show you guys. So here's my bangs on the other side. And then she also did cut my hair with my part going this way. She offered to cut it in the middle, but I told her that's the way I normally wear my hair, is flipped to the side. So she cut my hair parted that way. My shortest layer, let's see. Here's some of the pieces, hold on. So here's a short layer. Here's the bottom of my hair versus the short layer. And then here's another layer. So there's a pretty good gap between my short layers and my longest layer. But my hair was like down to here before. So it's still very long. I didn't want it like super short. That would have made me cry probably. So again, here's the shortest layer here. And then I do have some in the back. No, that's a long one. It's kind of hard to find. And I will show y'all the back of my hair in a second too, but I wanted to like pull these layers out. I had one piece that looked like trash. Is that a short one? Oh yeah. So this one's kind of on the side, but she didn't do a ton of layering in the back, just enough to help my hair to like bounce back up. Okay, you guys, I literally can't find that piece. Where was it? Oh, it was this one. Okay, so this is like in the back of my head. Yeah. So we have like this much of a length difference between my longest pieces and my shortest layer in the back. I don't have any layers that are shorter than this in the back. I don't have any that are like this short. She did texturize up here, but I don't have any shorter layers than that. And you can kind of see these pieces are shorter and those are all in the back of my hair. So now I'll show you the back. Hopefully it'll focus. So this is what the back looks like. And again, I have these shorter pieces. Hope y'all can see. But yeah, so that, oh, let me turn around on my beanbag. I tend to style my hair parted down the middle and then I flip it when I want volume, but today I'm actually, I don't know, I kind of like the way it's looking parted down the middle. I don't know, this is pretty cute too actually. But yeah, so she cut it with my part about right here. But yeah guys, so that pretty much completes this video. That is exactly what I told my hairstylist I wanted, and then these are the finished results. And I'm really, really happy with it. I needed this haircut desperately, and it's really just made all of my products work so much better because they're not having to fight my disgusting dry ends. And it's just really given me like such an even texture. Like, look how pretty. I'm so obsessed. I literally should have got this haircut so long ago. I could have been having like great hair days this whole time. But anyways, I hope this was helpful. Definitely leave me any questions you have below and I'll try to answer them. And you guys can follow me on my Instagram and my Wavy Hair Instagram. I also am always responding back to DMs over there. So if you're watching this video like a lot longer after I posted it, you're better off DMing me because I won't see the comment probably. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, definitely give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you want to, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.